I joined at the very last minute. I'm not even sure I'm here yet, but I'm here.
And next to Greg, we have a relative newcomer who already has a series. She can be heard on the Mr. Men show, and she's also done World of Warcraft, The Burning Crusade, and Prince of Persia, Warrior Within, Allison Packard. And next to Allison, you recognize this gentleman from Futurama. The spectacular Spider-Man, Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, Family Guy, Grim and Evil, and as the Green Lantern on Justice League, Phil Lamar.
How's the weather, Ollie? Go rain!
We'll just stand here until you're done, guys. Next gentleman is on the Invader Zim show on Family Guy. I'm directing a new series of Garfield cartoon shows, and Greg is returning as Odie and taking over the role of John, Mr. Wally Wingert.
Welcome, brave Ergen soldiers. See, I told you they like the lasers.
Love you, Wally.
Anyway, I'm going to skip over one more for a second. Joining us at the very last minute, by last minute, you heard me call him back here to join the panel, Mr. Keith Ferguson. And second from the right, I asked this gentleman to be on the panel because we love him dearly. This is the funniest human being I know on the planet. And how many people here grew up in New York in the 60s and watched Chuck's Kids show on New York television? Not a bit.
I did.
But
how many watched Far Out Space Nuts? That's in this century. You gotta go to this century.
How many people watch Boston Legal? He's on Boston Legal.
Yeah.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this is Mr. Chuck McCann.
It's clobber time.
All right, Chuck, we'll start with you then. I'm going to ask each person on the panel our traditional opening question. Give us a couple of the voices that people most ask you to do when they meet you. Things that they are, they want to hear you do that character from that show. And then at the end, I'm going to ask you, each person, I want you to tell me one obscure thing you've done in voiceover that we didn't know you did. It could be a looping, it could be a commercial, it could be anything. But give us a couple animation voices that you've done first.
All right. I'll start with one that a lot of people ask me to do.
I'm Cocoa for Cocoa Pops!
Way, Sonny, if it isn't my boy for Cocoa Puffs. Don't go cuckoo on me. Yahoo! Woohoo! Woohoo! Obscure voices.
No, stay with the interesting ones. You were doing the thing from the Fantastic Four show.
Yeah, I did that. It's clobber time. That was Ben Grimm. Did him, all the films, the cartoon.
There's a show that some people here remember called Cool McCool. Tell me what you did. You did all the villains.
I did all the voices on that one. Yes, Hurricane Harry, I did him. And I did, on DuckTales. Oh, yeah. Oh, Master Huey, Dewey, and Louie. Oh, please, this is Duckworth. Please go to bed. And also, I was the Beagle Boys. I did. And Bouncer, yeah.
Okay, now give us something obscure that you did. Something
obscure.
Something you looped.
Yes, sir. There was that little penguin character that Don Adams.
Tennessee Tuxedo.
Yeah, I'm sitting there watching that. Well, I wound up doing them in New York when and they put it in the commercial on Don's Life, and I said, that sounds like me. And it was. Yes, I know, so we were all doing each other. Not that way, lady. Please, lady. Anyway. Hey, lady. Anyway, I did a lot of, for Dawes, I sang, Sure, I am doing, Bobo. I did that in New York with singing on Yogi Bear Works Out, Wake Up America. I did that. And I did a lot of characters in New York while people out here didn't go back to do the commercial. Why, for goodness sake? Why, what you doing, Rock? I did all the General Mills commercials as Bullwinkle back then. He just reminded me, and then I was the dog for Give me more bitch, more bitch, more bitch. Those are a few of them anyway. That's a thousand more, you know.
It's an on-camera thing, but I know people will ask you, would you recreate a moment from your most famous commercial, your most famous on-camera commercial for us?
Oh, well, I guess that, I know what you're referring to. Guy opened up a medicine cabinet, and I was behind it, and I went, hi, Guy! That was for Right Guard. That was that we ran 15 years. But then I did all of the Laurel and Hardy commercials, and I'll try and recreate those wonderful people for you right now. Say, Ollie, what's that? What does this remind you of? I haven't the faintest idea. What on earth could that possibly remind me of? Well, it reminds me of a Thursday. How could that possibly remind anybody of a Thursday? Well, it's simple. There's Monday, Tuesday, Thursday.
Almost any time in a commercial or a TV show, you saw two guys doing a great impression of Laurel and Hardy. It was Jim McGeorge playing Stan, and Chuck, before he lost weight, playing Oliver Hardy. And he was a close friend of Stan Laurel's and one of the founding members of the Sons of the Desert, the official Laurel and Hardy Society. All right, let's come back to this end of the table. Greg, would you break the microphone and give us your most